looking at the big picture of the type of diet we should have, the government came up with the 4 food groups between 1956 and 1992. This was our logic, that we should eat meat and dairy and fruits and vegetables and grains. But this idea was later replaced with a pyramid, a more pyramid concept where you should concentrate on eating more grains and less meat. And dairy was still important, but not as important as fruits and vegetables or whole grains. This has since further developed into my pyramid, which takes into account your age, your height, your weight, how physically active you are, and this new concept takes into account the number of calories and how those calories should be distributed. So we still have the major categories still grains, although now they say at least half of the grains you eat should be whole grains. That's actually hard to find out in the real world. Vegetables, they want you to eat more dark green or dark orange vegetables. Fruits, according to this, go easy on fruit juices. I used to think that just drinking apple juice was good enough, but I guess there's a little too much sugar perhaps. Milk and things that contain calcium are very important for your body. And meat and protein. Here they just show it as a sliver, but the sliver that you need for protein actually increases as you get older. The older you are, the more likely you are to need additional protein. This helps counter the effects of declining muscle mass with age. If you register with your height, your weight, your age, your physical activity level, it can this website will actually keep track of your diet and tell you how well you're doing. So for example, if you eat pizza, let's say you had a thick crust pizza for lunch, it counts the calories and divides it up into the different categories of what you had. Let's say you had an apple for a snack. Anyways, through this you can estimate perhaps some of the nutritional benefits you're getting throughout the day and keep track of your calories. So this is the latest in nutritional logic from our U.S. Department of Agriculture. Older people are more likely to become dehydrated because they're less likely to feel thirsty and therefore drink less. This is very bad, however, because the kidney efficiency declines with aging and the digestive system has additional issues where more water is actually very helpful. So it's very important to encourage older people to drink water. Fiber is very important for preventing constipation, but fiber, like you find in vegetables and fruits, is best processed in the presence of significant amount of water. Not getting enough fiber can lead to diverticulitis, which can lead to colon cancer. We know that fiber also assists in processing cholesterol and balancing blood sugar. So fiber is highly recommended. We know that protein needs are very high for older people, and they should try and get a significant amount of protein in their diet each day. And fat actually isn't as bad for older people as it is for younger people, partly because it's important for older people to maintain their weight as much as possible. We know that vitamin B12 absorption tends to decrease with aging. This is associated with some conditions that lead to stomach swelling that are rather common, and not having enough vitamin B12 can lead to neurological problems. It can slow down the signal along the neuron and sometimes lead to lost information. So it's important for older people to have significant amounts of vitamin B12 in their diet or through vitamins. Vitamin D is we often get through exposure to sunlight, which older people tend to be less exposed to. Vitamin D is very important for processing calcium and absorbing calcium. So it's very vitamin D isn't something that we can get in our diet, so it's important that older people either have some sun exposure or get through supplementary vitamins. We know that calcium is important for bone strength, and we know bone strength tends to decline with aging. Calcium can be broken down in the presence of caffeine and alcohol, so dietary habits are very important in assisting the absorption of calcium. We also know that calcium is best absorbed when eaten with food. So if you drink milk, I guess it's good to have a cookie with that too. And we know that calcium absorption seems to be best if eaten in the evening. Iron deficiency is more common in older people. People with iron deficiency tend to have decreased appetite and decreased energy. So it's important that the diet includes a significant amount of iron. And vitamin C helps the body increase the absorption of iron. We know that vitamin A actually is something that you can get too much of. So older people need to be careful not to take too much vitamin A. The vitamin A you get in food is okay, like carrots, but taking supplements could lead to toxicity, which leads to headaches, blurred vision, irritability, and potential for liver damage. There's a hypothesis that vitamin E decreases the production of free radicals. It is an antioxidant, and some initial studies thought it might be associated with cognition. However, this is in doubt now. The association is certainly not clear.